Oh my god, happy Sunday, everybody. Welcome in. Faye, hello. First one here, my friend. Welcome in. We left off at the Grand Hall. Thunder, hello. Yeah, we left off at the Grand Hall. Herc, hello. What's up, my friend? Overbooked myself on a Sunday. How does that even happen, brother? James, hello. Everybody trickling in. Welcome, guys. Yeah, that is crazy, Faye. I apologize deeply. I'm actually so excited to do the Grand Hall. I'm so excited. I have a couple ideas. Wow, today is going so fast. I know, chat is so active already. I love to see it. Love to see it. But wow. Welcome in, guys. Let's get going. We are very much... I'm excited. I'm excited to do this. So this is goal number 1, is at least finish most of the Grand Hall, barring any really specific details, and obviously an interior. I would like to finish the outside of it, get the roof done. I don't know. There's a chance I'd have to expand it by 2 if I wanted to expand it, but it doesn't really feel grand yet, but that could change. You never know. Apparently I broke the water valve at my house, plus 10 points for fixing the leaky faucet, minus 50 points for not being able to run the water back on after. Oh no, Sunder. Oh no, so many water problems lately. You're like the 3rd person that has had water issues that I've talked to in the last like 2 weeks. I don't know, but I had Lord of the Rings movie time and a server, love, and deep space stuff happening soon, and then I'm also supposed to be sitting in and listening to D&D Companion Hour. Oh my god, Faye. At least, okay, but all of that at least sounds fun. Overwhelming, but fun. Oh my goodness. I, again, have not played all weekend, so I'm like, my mouse hand is shaky, I feel like. W's for Faye, what a great lineup. That's what I'm saying. The D&D thing sounds super fun to sit in on it. Hi, Tom. Let's go Sunday stream. Sundays after videos, y'all. All at once or within the last 2 hours. Oh my god. Is my brain is like, ma'am, slow down, please. Fair. Super fair. Hello, James. Guys, welcome in, for real. This is a very... I mean, I love doing Sunday streams, but it also is one of those like off the book streams where I feel like stakes are a little lower. I don't know. That's how my brain works, I suppose. It's just like, I don't know, it's fun. My friends are trying to get me into D&D, and gosh, I want to learn so badly. It's a lot. I attempted to learn not too long ago. You know what is speaking of D&D, you know what is actually a really good D&D based show? Legend of Vox Machina. Love that show. That's a fun one where I did kind of learn from it. It was, I'm not sure it's the best thing to learn from, but I forget the name of the people, the group that it's based off of, but it's a YouTube channel. Oh, why am I forgetting the name of the channel? You look up, if you were Critical Role. Critical Role, there we go. They're fun to watch. But that show is based off of some of their D&D campaigns and like their actual characters that they use. Thought you were thinking of doing a couple stream with you and Tom playing Cuphead or Unravel. We are... That would be fun. I think that we could do that. I think that... We did talk about Cuphead, didn't we? It would be one of those silly games like that, or even Overcooked or something. Or a Lego stream. We've discussed doing a Lego stream. I think we might just have to wait till we have a bigger Lego set to do, maybe. It would have been perfect to do the mineral collection and then C3PO when we did that last weekend, but alas, we were in a rush to get them done. Critical Role, yeah. Yup. It's in there, you know what I mean? It's there, it's in there. You just gotta really work it out. How tall do we want to make this is the question. Here's my gripe currently. I think that do we want to do lava waterfall kind of like right here and then maybe have this be almost an L shape so that it forms more of this courtyard over here? And that way we get more... I feel like it's just kind of hidden behind this at the moment. And if we were to bring it out over here a little bit more, it wouldn't necessarily be as hidden. Resident Evil last night went amazing. My new PB went crazy. I love that for you. I love that for you. When is the new game coming out, by the way, Faye? We want to do this. We have it set up currently so that we can do like alternating under each. So if we were to, okay, so if we were to do it here, we could do this. And then we can bump this back over here. I'll look them up. Yeah, it's fun, dude. They're so fun. I don't know, like this? We do, okay, so this would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13. Okay. I think that might actually work. We just have to be careful how far we bring it out. It would be cool though. I think we're gonna be okay. Let me just see. One, two, three. I think I just should base it off of if this will work. That will work, okay. All right. lava waterfall starting and like going down like that. Yeah, and then we'll have a peaked roof right here. That way we can actually see. I feel like that's kind of what we're missing. I mean, we're gonna have this waterfall anyway, but there isn't much else back here, and I feel like this is just kind of, this on its own is not enough. So let's break this down. 12 days? Yes. You could connect it to the diagonal bridge and have the tower just coming out of it. So connect, like bring this all the way over here. I'm worried about how, I'm worried if that'll interact too much with the lava. Because I think my heart is set on, I don't know if I want to start messing with this now, but because if we have the lava coming down here, if we were to bring this all the way out, I fear that it would, unless we were to add, but then I think that gets a little messy with the arches. What if we did like, we're gonna have to do some terraforming. Maybe I can do blackstone over here. Different combinations of blackstone as like a cliff face. That way the lava really pops against it. And that way this can be built up like it's on a cliff. Maybe we can do that. BRB it adds, of course, Faye. Hey, been gone the whole time since I said sub, so sub. Herc, we're really trying to build this grand hall right now, and I think the lava waterfall might be, I'm not ready to put it in yet, but I wish that I was. I wish that, because I feel like it's going to keep tripping me up a little bit. I could make that like a big boulder. That way we're working with the landscape. Okay, let's finish. We'll finish this, and then I think we'll probably work on the waterfall after. I also, if we can get there, I wouldn't be mad at starting, oh wow, kind of perfect for now. I wouldn't be mad at starting the stables for the Strider. There's gonna be so many touch-ups to do by the end of this. Okay, so this can all go as well. Great place for a lava fall, yeah. That's like, that's what I'm thinking is, because especially if it's over, or sorry, like behind the bridge with the way the arches are, if there was just a curtain of lava behind it, I feel like that would be very cool. Gonna have a lot of terraforming. Never mind, your idea was better. I do like the idea of connecting it to the bridge. Like, I might even bring this all the way around. You know what I mean? And have there be like a little courtyard out here. I'm just gonna we'll have to see what we do with boulders. That might be one of the things that we revisit once we start working on terraforming. How are we liking? Okay, I feel like that fills that gap a little bit better, and then it also, yeah, I think we're definitely going to expand this over to here at the very least, because I want to be able to have a view of the lava from up here. We're just gonna fill in. Yeah, we're gonna fill in everything. I have no idea. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I didn't expect that. Blackstone would be choice. That's what I'm saying. Because I didn't want to use Blackstone in the actual build itself, but it's still one of my favorite blocks. And I feel like that could be a really good, because it's native to the Nether anyway. Are you going to make a little crimson forest habitat so the hoglins spawn in a determined area and don't bother you? I think as long as I am purposeful with my decorations, if I put a lot of warps fungus in flower pots in very strategic areas, I think that we can keep them to the crimson forest that remains, because we also have it up here and then all back here and all over there. Plus, with the blue under the bridge, I would like to incorporate a couple more touches of blue, so that would definitely do the job. All right, how are we feeling? All right, let's try to do, I'm trying to figure out if I want to do I have to grab stairs now. Do we do it at a slope? And then that's where those come into play. Because if we do it every single, I just don't want it to be too tall, but I feel like if it's a grand hall, I feel like it should be a little grand. Nether castles must have a lava view. That's what I'm saying, Timothy. I don't want to build the whole waterfall just for the bridge to be the only thing that can see it, you know? Also, I've been thinking, what am I going to put in here in these towers? I have no idea. Absolutely no idea. we're gonna be playing it by ear. Let me do an entire side like this and see how we feel about it. Because I love the idea of it being a more sharp, like a sharper roof, but I don't want it to be too tall. I feel like it might be a little too tall. What is in the middle here? Yeah, I think that's middle. Wins, hello. Welcome in. Well, the Nether Hub is looking amazing. Thank you so much, Wins. I think this is probably going to be the last building that we add on, and the rest will be terraforming, aside from the stables, the Strider stables that we're going to add over here. How are we doing? This might be too steep because I didn't really want it to be as tall as this, but we're pushing it for sure. Where are we at? Okay, so this would be the middle. So I don't know, like... That might not be terrible. Might not be terrible. Let's do... Let's do this for now. I think they prefer to spawn on Crimson Nylium. Noted. I was going to use a lot of Crimson Nylium, but I mean, we can figure out ways to make that work. I don't know if we do. We'll have to figure out something. Oh yeah, so I can't play Overcooked for a while. My PlayStation Plus plan ran out. No, Faye. I'm heartbroken. Were there other games that's affected by? Or... Because I'm assuming Resident Evil is single player, at least for the most part. I don't know what other games... Any game that isn't free to... Oh, okay. So you didn't... It's not like Xbox Live. Oh, it's looking great. Thank you, Sunder. Hello, Mom. Welcome in. Oh, I need to add jute. I'm doing this one too soon. Okay. I do think that that's what that needed. I do think. These were definitely feeling triangle-y. Whatever that means. Dead by Daylight is affected and it sucks. We were supposed to do that on Tuesday. Oh, Faye, I'm sorry. That sucks. Hello, Mrs. McSwiz. Let's try to get this. How do we want to do this, though, is the question. Do we want to do, like, really... I fear that... No, that makes a difference. I think that makes a difference. Just moving money around to see if I can play it tonight. We'll see. I wanted to do a co-op game today and saw it, then go... No! On top of literally everything else, too. I'm sorry, brother. Nope. There we go. Only thing is... It should be okay. It looks really bland because we don't have any texture blocks in yet, but I know I need to, like, relax a little bit and that it'll look better once we start messing around. Also, we need to figure out, should we put windows in here? Is my next question. Should we do like a big stained glass window in here? Of sorts? I feel like that would be super sick. I envy Minecraft builders that can do crazy shapes of buildings. Like, I know we have some angles and, you know, but I don't know. I feel like this is so flat. Let's try to do... I don't know, like a oval of sorts. So 3. That's 2, right? If we were to do like a big stained glass window right there. Aloha, Master Builder of the Underworld. Hello, Richard. Glow-like-in looks like stained glass in a way. That's true. Some type of light block in that space. That's what I'm like. Do we... Because I was thinking we do bartering or something here, or... Actually, we were gonna do potentially the statues here. So what I'm thinking is maybe if we, you know, do the interior a smart way, very cleverly, we could hide if we want to just like go beast mode and try to figure out something super sick for over here, even if it's multiple blocks deep. We could kind of conceal that on the interior. We could do... Light block. Let me just toy around with it. What if we did different blues? Maybe some purple as well. We might really have to mess with it, but I don't know. Should we do green? Instead of purple, maybe? Okay, it might be just a blue situation. I think doing too many colors is going to do the opposite of what we want. What if we were to do it kind of like a gradient into the middle? And then we can do cyan. Okay, this is... Okay. I could be convinced about this. Shroom lights? Could you glowstone? Or the one that is in the nether... Oh, okay. Let's try out all of those, all of the above. Let's do... Okay, we have shroom light. I'm gonna grab... Maybe green would be good for that. What else? You said shroom light and then glowstone. That under... No. Oh, it's right in front of my face. I fear the glowstone might be too busy. I feel like it might cover the pattern. Let's try to do... Ooh, maybe we can do like a white in the center. I feel like that kind of matches. Okay, let's try to do... We'll do like half. Dang it. All right, and then the other half shroom light, and then we can go look. God dang it. Dang it. I feel like those actually might both be too much. Been mostly lurking since my first message and just kind of I can't read today. I can't read. Gotta pop it back in when I can, so I'm definitely missing a lot. Plumber should be done soon. Hopefully the problem is fixed for you, Sunder. Before you decide colors, that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know if maybe we should add a layer of glass behind this. Here's what I'm thinking. This could be a terrible idea or an okay idea, but what if we were to do that way it diffuses a little bit more. And then light blue. And then we just do Did we do the sides as well? Let's do the sides just to see. Okay, wait. Yellow in the center? We can try yellow. That's so rude. We can for sure try yellow. You can place nether brick with glow lichen if you want a more muted light. So I'm like, I feel like the glow lichen kind of does give it more of a stained glass look. But here is the question now. Do we like the gradient, or do we think that more of a randomized pattern would look better? I feel like randomized might look better. What do you think, Mom? That actually looks kind of sick. I do. This is, I think, the favorite so far, because even up close, that looks like kind of crazy. That looks wild. Looks like an eye. Yeah, I'm feeling like maybe it almost looks too much like an eye of Ender, and that's not very nether-like. I don't know. I'm debating on. I think I like the juxtaposition of the blues, but maybe making it a little bit more random. I feel like that is probably, let's try that. Also, like Starry Night almost is the colors that it's the vibe of the colors I'm getting, at least. Okay, let's do. All right, cool. We have enough inventory space, at least. Whoop. Is the yellow too... Is the yellow too much? Okay, I like the gradient. Cool colors contrast the warm environment in a good way. That's what I think too. I think the yellow is throwing the random pattern. I think that it is too bright for the random pattern. What if we were to do... If this doesn't work, we'll go back to the gradient for sure. I'm just curious. But also... What if we were to do... Every single white pane gets a yellow glass behind it. Nope. Is that all of them? I think that's all of them. No, I think it's still too much. Okay, I'm gonna go back to the gradient. And then I almost like the white with the yellow behind it. Unless, do you think maybe... That might be a little... I think the white is too bright. Maybe the gray lets you see the yellow more. I think I like the idea. I think I like that. I think that gives it... Oh, there we go. Okay. Is that good? I think that's good. All right, let's fix all of these. That. Okay. I feel like the gray, because of the way that you can kind of see this line right here between the pane and then the back, I feel like that makes it look more stained glassy. Yellow's bright. Yellow stands out too much. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I feel like, how are we liking the gray in front of the yellow? It's significantly less bright. I think we did forget a glow lichen though. We definitely forgot a glow lichen. That good? Okay. Because that off in the distance, I feel like it gives it a really cool glow. Looks awesome with the gray. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. And maybe we can do some... Perfect. Like It Rose window vibes. Thank God. Must have hubris for this type of thing, Cassie. Oh my God. Let's try to do... I feel like we should have some detailing around it. I know I said no, like, detailing yet, but I kind of want to get this down. At least a little bit. It's times like this that I wish we had vertical slabs that are not walls. Like this just looks goofy. Okay, plan B. We are going to finish the roof. And then we'll come back to detailing once we have a better idea of what... Once we have a better idea of what texture blocks we're gonna use for it, we'll come back to it. Because I feel like if we start... Like I said, if we're doing like more of the darker deep slate blocks, like that is a little bit darker, say, than the normal cracked, especially the tile. That's significantly darker, so that can try to give us more depth as well. Open nether brick gates. I think they only have wall. Oh no, yeah, you have fences. There are fences. What am I talking about? Do we have gates? Y'all, do we not have nether brick gates? What if we were to do... I know we're trying to stay away from mangrove. We'll have to figure it out at this point. I feel like we're gonna have to do a lot of illusion and maybe make it really dark around here. No gates. What are we... I feel like this has been such a common, like we think that there's something just off the top of our head. We think that there's something that exists in this game and that it does not exist. First it was the deep slate buttons, now it's this. Ugh, you have no idea how good it feels. Why? Hold up. Why? I miscounted. I miscounted. Why did I miscounted? Oh no. Oh no. Well, lucky for us, I have decent patience, and we're gonna redo. Oh, we'll redo the wall. Doesn't hurt. No, sir, it does not hurt. We're getting this out of the way first. really thought that we nailed that. Again, didn't count for the overhang right here. Agony. Literal agony. So we can get rid of these. Yikes. Exactly how I feel currently. Exactly how I feel. It's all good, guys. No shortcuts to perfection. Just a lot of agony. You add clear glass in front, you don't have to bust it all. I was thinking, I just don't want the obnoxious lines that are in the clear glass. But if we just bump this. All of those are good. Let's grab... We still have 2 layers right here? No. Yes, we do. Yes. Oh. Okay, so we have yellow, blue, cyan, I can't aim for some reason. At least the sound effects are entertaining. I know glass breaking is oddly satisfying. Very, very oddly satisfying. Okay, and then we can do... all of our glow lichen. All right, just the back faces now. Dang it. All right. Works for me. Let's get... where are my slabs? There we go. Dang it. Okay. There's so much terraforming. All right. Oh, by the way, guys, I will not be streaming on Friday this week. We have rehearsal dinner for Tom's sister's wedding. So usually I would make that up on Sunday, but I think that I'm going to continue to cut myself some slack on that one, because we have the rehearsal dinner on Friday and then the wedding is Saturday. So I don't think I'm gonna do a makeup this week, and then we'll go back to the normal scheduled programming next week. I'll put a notification out there. You guys will sleep through next Sunday. We didn't even really do anything last night. We actually didn't end up going out. Editing ran a little late and we were just kind of both dead. So we ordered in. And we still, like, I just died on the couch today. I cannot lie. It was beautiful. I haven't had a day like that in a little bit, but if that's what happened after a night of not really even doing anything last night, then I'm sure we will be absolutely deceased after the wedding. We got word yesterday that the after party starts at midnight, and it is confirmed. And if you've ever been to New York City, places don't close till like 4. So it is absolutely going to be a crazy night. I want to go that way. Yeah. Okay. Let me not confuse myself and let me go over here first. Okay. Oh, that feels better. This definitely needs to be fixed though. Wait 1 second. I don't know, something like that. We can revisit that also, because that also feels a little goofy, but maybe not. Maybe not. I think I would like to add be under building. Yes. And then I've seen so many people do this. I don't know. Potentially. That might be a little too gothic, but I don't know. Friend of mine got married New Year's Eve, and NYC we got food by the pound at some nearby place, and the process was like 30 hours of crazy event. Sounds about right. It's gonna be fun. I'm excited. I can't lie. They're also like in general, they're such an awesome couple. Should probably get rid of this. At least some of this. All right, not everybody gather all at once. Yeah. I feel like this might be too gothic. I wish these broke on their own. Ooh. I'm gonna have to shave this back a smidge. Every single time, we are just we really hate future Tiz right now. We really hate. You said after party and the piglins gathered. I know, right? I'm still waiting to see that pig pile thing again. What I don't know what it is about down here, but they are, I don't know if they just keep falling down here and then they can, yeah, they definitely are. An alarming amount of piglins. Unholy Church of the Nether. I'm really like, I wish, could I have gone gothic? Absolutely. Am I bummed that we didn't? No, but also now that I'm thinking about gothic, I'm like, oh. It's all good though. We're going classic medieval. We have so much more. Okay. This feels okay. You changed their spawning area by terraforming so they just now accompany you. Oh, they're right. Okay, wait. He's riding. I still can't believe that. Yeah, I've created a, oh, there are so many. Oh my God. I've created a pit that I did not mean to create. Where are we at now? This is the center. Let's do this. That, yeah. All right, let's go. Ooh, we're gonna have to figure out. Did we want to do? Maybe it would be better to do it this way. Okay. It's going to be a little bit of a strange meeting place in the center, but future survival tiz is going to hate you. I know. Like, actually despise me currently. It's a Swizastion. At least there are no brutes down there. Please go away. Yeah, this might be a little strange. A little bit. We need to go there. I am losing it. Okay, that feels better. I was like, what did I put underneath all of these things? Piglins will slide down the valley of the huge roof. We are we'll have to spawn proof this top layer. Whether that's, you know what, we might be able to do that might work. Okay, we have stairs. The ridge could be nether brick wall. I don't know if I like... That might be... Would it be too thin or would it actually look better? That might be. My only gripe is then it doesn't connect. Oh my god, I am going to collecting all of this nether brick too. I'm gonna want to die. All right, so we just have to, yes, I filled all of that in. I just don't know where this is going to meet. So we'll delete whatever we need to. I feel like, nope. Yeah, okay. This might actually be okay. Because realistically, we're not going to see back there much anyway. So even if it is a little bit of a weird meeting point between the two peaks of the roof right here, and it does look pretty decent for what we're working with, but then I think we can do that. They should have villager builders. You can pay emeralds to make stuff. I like that idea. I feel like it starts to get into, like, I'm pretty sure from the gameplay that I've seen of like Hightail, I think that that's similar. And then also Fortnite or Lego Fortnite, how that crafting thing did. Like, there are so many crafting games that you like craft walls and stuff like that. If that's what you mean. I think that's what you mean. You know what, speaking of changes that they could make, you know what me and Tom were talking about maybe last night or the night before? He mentioned, and it's funny because it came up on for any of you that might listen to the Spawn Chunks. Hello, there we go. They were just talking about this not too long ago, but making the recipe for anvils cheaper. And Tom mentioned that they should do that. And I never thought about it, but I guess I really don't know how they would make it cheaper, because I feel like any way that they would be able to would just make it, like, it'd cut the iron. I think it takes like 31 or 32 iron to make a anvil currently. And I don't know if there's a way that they could do it to go that way. Yeah. Because if they cut it down to like no iron blocks used, then you're cutting the recipe by like almost like 20 something iron ingots. I do this type of roof all the time. It'll look great. Okay. Thank you for your faith. And for your expertise. Chests of iron blocks from farms, though. I agree. Once you have an iron farm, like, iron doesn't necessarily give you problem, but I think it's more so for early game. And I think the best point that I heard someone make, at least on the spawn chunks, was make them more easily, like make them spawn naturally in the world. Scribbles signing in. Hey, Tiz and company. Hit the like, y'all. Thank you, Scribbles. I haven't played Core Keeper in a week, and I turned it on, and there were things all over the place. Then I saw love letters on the ground. Oh my goodness. Do they add, like... Do they add stuff for holidays? Also, hello, Scribbles. Welcome in, my friend. I was actually just gonna ask you today. I was thinking about it. I was like, I wonder if Scribbles has played more Core Keeper. Like, I need to ask him tonight. Ooh, are we even one taller than we should be? Ooh, this might actually be perfect. If they're not the same height, that might be cool. Ooh, okay, this excites me. I think a different roof height. I'm happy with that. It's getting crazy down here. Oh, are they all scared of the... Oh, man. They're all scared of you, bud. I'm sorry. I was like, no wonder they're screaming. I'm like, what the heck? Yeah, when you really need the anvils, you break them fast. Exactly. Oh, or make it possible to repair anvils with iron ingots. I thought of that like while we were talking about it, I was like, why isn't even that a thing? The way that you can repair iron golems. I feel like that's kind of an obvious feature. I don't know, maybe not. That way you don't have to necessarily make them cheaper, but overall in the long run they're less expensive. You don't have to just keep remaking them from scratch. Great idea, anvil repair. That's what I'm saying, right? Rose petals, they're all over. Yes, the game follows the seasons and holidays. I also acquired new pet farm animals. They're giant roly-poly. I named them Frank and Polly. Wait, that's so cute. That's fun, though. The game follows the actual calendar year in that way. That's so cool. You can fix them as you go. Exactly. Like, you don't have to be... I just don't... I genuinely, I thought that that's how it worked already for some reason earlier on in the series. And there was one day that I noticed, which I never noticed. I never pay attention to my anvils. But there was one day that I noticed that it was about to break. And I was like, oh, let me go grab some iron. And I tried to repair it and it didn't work. And I was like, what have I been thinking this whole time? Like, I already thought that was in the game. There is so much terrain here. Again, back here, I am not as worried because none of this is visible. And we're gonna do the interior. We'll do the interior differently. I should probably finish this side though. All right, what did we were gonna do? No spawning here. Okay. My first action is to make a combo food farm, villager breeder, iron farm, but it takes a while to get the villagers doing what they are supposed to do, so anvil repair early would be so great, right? I feel like it's a good idea, like an actually just a genuinely good idea. How do we like this? Let's try to expand this a smidge. We'd have to raise the platform. And I don't know if I want to do that. What if we were to... How did I have these? Whole block and then... What did I... Yeah, they are like that. Okay. And then like that. Okay. And then you can see the waterfall here. And you can see some of the glass. I don't know how long I've been gone from chat, but the child downloaded apps he didn't know to his phone, and it gave him a virus with the infinite ads popping up. I managed to save it and fix everything. It is now grounded from the internet, and he isn't happy. Oh, no. It's a canon event. It truly is, Faye. At least you were able to save it. Thank God for that. He didn't mean to. Oh, no. It's gotta happen. Like, at some point you have to give yourself viruses in life, like in your adolescence, or else you don't learn. I have 3 different anvils currently. Copper, tin, and iron anvils. Also have a repair and fortify bench. Angels don't wear. And my furnaces are cooking pots. Do not require fuel. What? Oh, are you modded? Are you working like fully modded right now, Scribbles? Is it gonna be all cobbled deep slate, or are you gonna make any of that into one of the deep slate variants like bricks or tiles? Herc, I think here is my crazy idea. This is currently what I'm thinking about. I just don't know. It might be too contrasty. Let me get a little bit of this in. I feel like if I'm going for dark fantasy, that this is a little too much. I think it might be a little too much. What if we were to do like crimson? Dang it. Love crazy ideas. That's good. Not too contrasty. Try different deep slate variant for the walls. I'm feeling like a combination of tile. I don't know, maybe tile in certain places and crack tile where I want it to look darker. And then brick, cracked brick, and maybe some polished for the rest of it. The red one is too close to the dark walls. Really? Yeah, I actually hate that as well. Maybe we just do normal wood. Would that be insane? Put it light on fire? Absolutely. Did I forget to turn fire tick off because I hate myself? Yes. What if we were to do, hear me out, what if we did spruce? Oh, reliable. Because I love the dark fantasy, but I feel like the blue, I like the blue, but it's just not, I don't think it's dark fantasy enough. No, surprisingly, it's built into the game, but things do. Oh, for Core Keeper. I thought you were talking about Minecraft Scribbles, and I was like, wait, what? No, that's fair. My auto drills need a generator to run, and they constant mine the ore node for me. I just have to remember to go and grab. That's sick. I've wanted to, what is it, like create mod, or I think it's create mod that you can do those kinds of crazy things. I'm gonna come back to this. I'm just gonna fill this back in. That way we don't have spawns up here. That's done. So we'll do something funky here. Why don't we fill in the rest? It's gonna be... Did Twitch do it again? We're good. My stream preview crashed, so hopefully that didn't disconnect anybody. It glitched for a minute. Okay, cool. As long as we are okay now. Red roof is sick. Gonna need a lot of nether. That's what I'm saying. I don't know. I'm gonna hate myself. My current self is going to be despised by my future self. But it is what it is. I feel like maybe we should fill... Yeah. Okay. Built a cathedral with the chessboard look that they have IRL with all the polished variants of stones. Haven't fully finished, but 2 by 2 squares of each make a decent floor. That's not a bad idea, Cassie, for the inside of this building. The funky part is that most of all of this is going to be on a half slab. So we're gonna have to work around that. Are we gonna do one in here? Sure. I was about to freak out that it crashed when I got back. My bad, guys. It says we have excellent connection at the moment. So I'm gonna knock on whatever wood I have. Twitch stutter, but you two stayed up. Okay, cool. Better get some soul speed boots so you can run across the soul soil for replanting a massive crop. I know. Well, I have soul speed now. I have it on I'll have to throw on my gold leggings whenever I harvest all the crops. Also, let it be known that I'm not a plumber and they're probably going to revoke my butch card. I broke 2 things while trying to fix the one issue. One break was unavoidable because it's an old house, but number 2 was a hard lesson learned. Oh no. Oh no. Hey, it's okay. You learn never to do it again, right? I do want to figure out this floor. We're gonna stick on this for a second. What if we were to do blackstone? No. No. Needs to be dark. It's times like this where I'm like, what the heck? Would it be crazy to do all mangrove? Lots of other ways to spawn proof though. It's harder in the nether. It sucks in the nether. It's one of those, I would rather deal with the half slabs where it doesn't really affect me. Lighter colored block is needed. Kale, you like the mangrove? I kind of like the mangrove too. I feel like it's what I was hoping the crimson would be. to match the nether brick, but obviously not. Mangrove with dark oak trim is one of my favorite. Ooh, if we're gonna go for an overworld wood, then I'm kind of... It is harder in the nether. You don't realize how much we rely on light level thing for spawn proofing till you get to the nether. It's so bad. Or do you plan on lighting, on any walls? I'm gonna light this up like super, not like super well, because again, dark fantasy, you know, evil castle, but I'll light it up enough so that, you know, there's not any crazy, I mean, the nether is dark regardless. I'll light it up a little bit. You said dark oak. Let's try dark oak here. We are doing one big test. That might be... I think it's too much. I think it's muting the color of the mangrove. And it's already a lot more faded than the nether brick. You know, I've been looking for excuses to use mangrove more too, so I'm actually not mad at this. I cannot with the sounds. Lord. It's also a little less harsh in the transition. Low-key, the netherrack is actually a good transition between these three. Like, but fair was the other option, Blackstone. I was thinking Blackstone, but I think I talked myself out of it simply because I didn't want the same pattern. Like, I would have done like Blackstone bricks or something, and I'm already gonna use bricks from the deep slate, and I feel like that might just be a little too bricky. Looks better in the overworld. Oops. No, James, you're good. I like it together. I think that down here, the mangrove is a lot more muted because of how red these are. I think that's the issue. And so on its own, it still looks muted, but next to the dark oak, I think it might mute it a little bit more. Not a single ghast has spawned here though, so I don't know if maybe... I don't really remember spawn mechanics for ghast currently, so I'm like, maybe they just don't spawn here? And if that's the case, we might be okay, because we don't really have any lava or anything near us. Okay. How do we feel about this? Does it give some dimension? From what you can see, it does give some dimension. All right. I enjoy this. Okay. All right. Probably finish this. I completely forgot that we didn't. I don't think I'm gonna do another window here. I'll just focus on doing like a really good interior because we're gonna have to fix... We might have to put like a faux wall of sorts over here. Unless we somehow incorporate... I mean, I don't know. We could always do... We'll have to see. All right, I'm liking this. Mosh pit down there, I know, right? I guess that area will always have the Piglin Tabernacle Choir. I think they avoid the Crimson Forest unless you border Soul Sand or Waste. Also Warped Forest. That's like... I wish it was easier to give myself a foliage. Oh my god, it's so bad. It's so bad, y'all. Maybe we get some glow lichen on... Dang it. Maybe let's get some glow lichen on here. I think that actually is what it needs because we just simply with the fog down here, you really lose where things are. Maybe up there. I was gonna suggest dumping lava on them. See, that's a way better idea. That's a significantly better idea. Sorry, y'all. didn't realize they didn't burn. I did not know that. Interesting. All right, well, at least they're not going to scream at us anymore. If you leave the lava, only the zombified will remain. I debated, started taking away all the source blocks, and I was like, you know what? Why don't we leave that for now? Trying to think of if I want to start this at this point. And what I might want to do. Lava could be a possible spawn proofing. My only worry with that, ooh, wait. It's covered. It should be okay. I think it'll be fine. It's not like we're in survival anyway, but my only concern with using lava for stuff like that is, especially if we're going to be using overworld woods. But that does bring me to over here. If we're gonna do striders, I feel like I want to take a minute and just, before we start doing the striders, I want to see what kind of vibe I want for the landscape and maybe build it into the landscape. Because I don't know. Like, is this one of those times where you're using like magma blocks along the edges and everything? I might have to, I'm gonna pause on the striders because I want to get a feel for how I want the terrain around the castle to feel. Because I would like to do maybe even like more natural canals almost. I'll have to fix this. I'm gonna have to, should we do windows? How about in here? What if we were to do? What if we were to do windows like that? Zombified piglins spawn a lot on magma blocks, though. If there is a lot of lava, you may end up with a lot of them. That's why, so if we're gonna do striders down here, then I'll spawn proof that pretty decently. Okay, so this is all, I don't know if I'm gonna do the every floor the same is the issue. Maybe. need you. Oh my goodness, I'm sorry, guys. I think for now, I'm just gonna level this out with some crimson. Because I don't know what I want to do for the inside floors yet. That is going to be, I think, a little easier to work around, considering... Try vertical windows on that over here. Oh, there we go. Do we like that better? I think I might like that better. The only thing is, with these, I'm not gonna do the same from the towers. I think I'm gonna leave the towers the only ones like that. I think that might be a little too much, but going into here, what am I working with? This is all empty. I was thinking lava spawn proofing, but if you have floor levels, they will spawn there unless carpet. I'm thinking carpet. That carpet might be how I fix the spawn proofing situation on the inside. Because no matter how I slice it, I'm going to have some spawn proofing weirdness with the Strider area because there's so much lava. Well, ooh, you know what would be cool here? Ooh, you know what would be so cool here? What if we did some kind of loft? Again, this is all going to be... This is all going to be changed, most likely. Especially the interior. I'm probably going to use a lot less deep slate, where I don't have to. Carpet, buttons, pressure plates, half slabs, stairs, item frames, decorative things like pots and like brewing stands and stuff. What else is good for spawn proofing? All of the above. Apparently not string though, like we learned. I can't believe that, actually. Really anything decorative. Like I could even kind of embrace the weirdness of Striders and even add, I don't know, you know, amethyst, maybe make it seem like they, you know, that because they're kind of purpley, aren't they? Maybe not. Maybe they're red. No, they are... Okay, they're purple when they're out of the water. That's what I'm thinking of. He spawned a little baby. Go. Baby's gonna die. Anyway. Purplish when cold. Yeah, we might be able... That's why I'm like, I want to wait and see. I think I might do some stuff off camera with the striders down here, because if I can make it look a little bit funky over here, like make it a little out there, I would totally do that. Want to get this at least filled in. Like, look at, see how, I don't know, with the slant and everything, this could honestly just be like a cool hallway with, this could be a really cool hallway, actually. What if we did hallway over here, and then this we can figure out the inside up here, but this with the hallway, I think those windows look great, actually. And then we can do our statues of all of the subs and shatters along here. I think that'd be like actually really sick. And then maybe Grand Hall will be for bartering. Maybe we'll do that. It's important to make... Okay, wait. Stuff that are not full or complete blocks also flower. Yeah, true. It's important to make the strider area separate from hoglins so they don't attack and bully them. We'll use a lot of warped fungus on a stick, or not on a stick. We'll use a lot of warped fungus to steer them away from the stables, because this is outrageous. Outrageous. I am really liking this though. I'm a big fan of how this is coming out. I think I might end it here because I'm feeling not 100% ready to move on to the next component yet. I don't really want to continue with the interior because that's gonna start a whole thing. And then I don't really want to, like I said, I'm not ready to start this. At least we got the, how are you spawning? Oh. Wait a second. Oh, so these could just be spawning stuff this entire time. Hold up. Is this where we go buttons? I'll finish this. I will finish this. Is this where we just wrap it with some buttons? Oh. I feel like that's okay. All right. Really like it too. Looks incredible so far. Thank you, Sunder. Thank you so much. I think we're gonna wrap it up here as a quick bonus stream, and then also for the sake of not burning myself out on this, when this is gonna be like a stream thing for a pretty consistent amount of time. We'll leave it here for now, for sure. Bond proofing will be an ongoing task as you find their spots. Exactly. Good plan. Thank you. All right, y'all. Thank you so much for joining on a Sunday. I love doing the Sunday streams. Like I said earlier, they're bonus and they're fun. Turn out great, but it's an immense project. I know. Like I said, it's not anywhere close to a mega build, but between the actual build itself and the terraforming and like tearing like land down, it's just a lot. So we're working through it slowly. You made some really insane progress. Thanks for letting us ride along. Lots of fun. Of course, guys, I will see you tomorrow night. I will see you tomorrow night for our normal Monday stream. Thank you for hanging out with me today. Also, over on YouTube, don't forget to like the stream. Thank you so much. All right, bye, guys.